Good morning, Carly from Lollies Printables here. Happy Easter weekend. It's Bank Holiday Monday and I've got some time to do a little bit of crafting and show you what I do here at Lollies Printables. So on my desk, it's always chaotic at the minute, in progress. I have my baby's first year journal set ready for binding. I am terrible for printing them out to see how the graphics look. Love to print the graphics out, and then it stays in a state of I will finish that later. This is halfway through. The other thing I've been playing with, and loads of you downloaded these, are my seed packets, which are a free download in my Ko-fi shop. And once again, I might do a little video on these. They're very simple. I even done some sweet packets. I'm not sure on these. Let me know if you like the look of those, but I do like the flower seed packets. But again, that is not something I am going to do today. I have a terrible habit for starting many projects at once, and what I'm going to do today, it's been printed off and sat on my desk for actually quite some time now, is a recipe card holder. So this is going to be, as you can see, like this, somewhere you can tuck recipe cards. I've done it using a set of graphics from my cookbook journal kit, digital kit, and I'm going to this is like a product test. So I've printed everything off. I've got my window section, then I've got my inside outside panels, I've got my tops, I've got the flap, and then I have gotten lots of fold looks on this, all of the inside pages that make the actual pocket tucks. So I'm going to sit and cut all of this out, and then I am going to attempt to put it together, and then I am going to check everything lines up properly. As you can see, some things drop off the page, and I am going to run through the instructions so that they make sense. So this is like a product test. This isn't live. This is something that is in process at the moment. So I'm going to cut everything out, and hopefully we come to the end, we have a finished product, which means then that it will be something that I can put in our shop soon. Okay, this was a little bit fiddly. So I printed off, as I printed them off, obviously as you're cutting everything away, I put little post-it notes on them. So I know this is the front cover panel outside, and I made two little marks there because you're cutting away on the little lines that tell you to fold. So I've cut that and folded that. This is our back panel cover, and this just denotes that this is the top spine, and this is our outside or inside, either way, fold. So what we have to do here is glue on the front cover, the flap, to the inside of the back cover. So what we'll do is we'll just line that up. A bit easier to do it this way and then flip it back over, because the blue flap is slightly smaller than this spine that's going to be our top spine. So we have that done. Then we need to glue, this is the front cover, so this is our bottom spine and our glue flap. So we will glue this to the back or the bottom of the back page. We'll glue that so that we can't see the tab, so it's all, once again, just the graphics. So what we have now, what we've got is something that will look like this. So it's going to be the start of our little storage folio. I am going to now crack on with trying to test the template for stage 2, and I'll come back. It gives this a little bit of time to dry as well, because we don't want to be fiddling around trying to add our inside pockets in while that's all wet. I'll see you again in a mo. Now the next stage, this kit comes with liner covers, obviously to give this a little bit more durability. if you print this original front, back and top on heavy stock card, I don't think you would need to do this part, but I have actually only used quite lightweight paper. So in the kit comes an inside liner, a front liner, and a fold over lid liner. So they all fit in. I actually printed all this double backed as well. So this could be a stage that you may or may not want to do. For the purposes of this video, I'm actually not going to use the liners. I'm just going to go straight to the next stage. But if you want to use liners and you don't want to double back this, then obviously you can pop those on. That's the next stage. So I'm going to start looking now at the concertina pieces. So these glue in like this, and they glue to the back of the next piece like this. Then we also have a slide-in pocket. I think I would probably put that on the front. I've got 4 of these inserts. Obviously you can print off as many once you've got the pages. There's 1 per page, and I folded them, so I've got 2 more to fold. So I folded them in a concertina inwards. Actually, that's probably the better way. So if you fold the concertina that way, then you've got the pattern and not the tab. Although this is, to be fair, part of the pattern as well. So whichever way you want to fold them is entirely up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and start assembling these a little bit and see how I get on with this stage. Okay, so here we are so far. I have added in 3 of the concertina folds, starting from the back. So the concertina pockets are like this. So what I'll do is I'll fold ones, and then you add them to the front of each consecutive pocket until you've got as many pockets as you want. So to get the concertina fold, I just fold once along the tab to this edge. As you can see from this side, there's a little bottom piece here, and then the folds. So take it from the bottom piece in, and then back on itself to the edge. I am just going to take out a diagonal on that because it just makes it a little easier to get it in. And then I found the easiest way to get all of these edges glued in. So we're just going to fold this little bottom piece up. It's a little tiny tab to glue into the bottom spine of the cover. I'm just going to go along there. Oops. A bit offline there. So now we have this little cover, and we have the 2 concertina pieces which are going to make the side. So I'm going to fold this back on itself because this is going to be on the inside, as you can see. And I'm just going to run a little bead of glue along there, or try to. I'm not very good with glue. I think I keep saying that. I'm not very accurate. So I put this. So the easiest way I found is, and it gets a little bit trickier as it gets a little bit fatter, is to glue the bottom flap down to the spine first. Okay, so we've lined the edges up, and we're going to glue that bottom one down first. We're going to give that a few seconds. We're using tacky glue, so it's quite quick. A few seconds to make itself happy. I might just force that fold away. Oops, fold back again. So that's attached to the bottom. And then picking the whole thing up, and we're going to attach it at the sides. So I'm going to run some glue along here. I hope I'm in shot. I can never tell. I try to keep in shot. And we're going to pick this up, and we are going to glue this to the front of the previous. It is a little bit fiddly. The front of the previous pocket, like so. So now what we have are our pockets. as you can see, it's coming together as a little accordion file. Happy days, exactly as we wanted. Now there is a, if I can find it, front inside pocket, and I've cut this out and I've just put a little bit of perspex in there. Still got my sticky note on it, and this will glue to that, so you have a little slide in. So I'm going to go away and glue that, and then we'll look at some kind of closure. Okay, I'm back again. This has been a fiddly project. So I've done all the gluing, sticking. We've got the concertina spine, the bottom spine, it's all glued in, and it all folds over. I've been searching high and low for my Velcro dots, can't find them anywhere. I would put a Velcro dot on there, but just as a little, so there we go, what we've got here is our front glassine pocket or window, and I'm going to show you just how much I can fit in this. These are my little sentiment stick-ins for cards, my ephemera, and I think this would work brilliant as an ephemera holder. So we have, and you could obviously organise it with little tabs on here by, you know, colour or sentiment, happy birthday. You could use it for your fussy cuts, your stickers, loads of stuff, or you could use it as a recipe card holder. This one's designed as a recipe card holder. You could find some nice cards to put in there, and then obviously just keep slotting them in and fill it full of recipes. This is just exactly how much I got in there, and there was tons of space. You could easily get more in there, pack it out. So yeah, fun little project for today. I think it needs a bit of tweaking. What do you think? Would you like to make one? Comment below. If you like my video, also please give me a like and give me a subscribe, and have a happy Easter, and hopefully I'll see you all soon. Bye.